Welcome to the Dormates podcast. I'm your host. You call me Jay if you want to, and I'm here with two lovely people. Why don't y'all introduce yourselves?
I'm Cam Smith. I'm right track. I do 200, 400, and 4x4.
I'm Mina. I also run track, and I do it all too. You got me out there running.
All right. Well, I guess since we got the introduction out the way, how y'all feeling today? How is y'all feeling, like mentally?
Mentally? It's a good day. I feel good. I'm not too out of it. It's just like that. I feel pretty good. Pretty good today. Not too bad.
I mean, I kind of just got back on campus like an hour or so ago, but it's been a good day considering I don't like being out a lot, but it's been a good mental day. I've been with some friends, so that helped a lot. So.
Yeah, everybody needs some mental days, you know.
Hell yeah, we do.
Take a break, you know. Make sure everything's fine, you know, because school is stressful. School is stressful on all of us. I'm pretty sure, especially our all of our majors and junk.
Yeah.
Actually, what is y'all's majors?
Oh, okay. So I'm a communications major right now, and I have a minor in philosophy, but I'm switching that over to a minor in psychology.
Well, my major right now is computer science. It's a little tough classes, but it's pretty fun for the most part. I like what I'm doing.
Yeah, if y'all don't know, I'm also a computer science major.
Sure.
These classes, I ain't gonna lie, they get a little hectic sometimes.
Look.
My bad, but especially learning the logic of computers, learning the logic of databases was the hardest one, especially coming out of summertime.
Oh yeah, you ready to just chill?
Yeah, man. I'm still in my little chill mode, all that other stuff, but we got through it. We got through it. We survived. You know what I mean?
Yep, surprisingly, bro. Database changed shit. It was bad. It was bad, right? Like the amount of hours put into work. It was a lot. Especially for a first college class.
Yeah.
Yeah. You put in there, but I mean, it was good because it showed me if I could get to that class, I can get through anything.
For real.
So I wasn't too bad. I wasn't too mad at it though. Everything else came natural after that though, like all the other classes. But.
Yeah, I'll say this: databases was the hardest class that I've probably taken this year because one is a night class. I'm an early sleeper.
Yeah.
I go to sleep. I'm in the bed by 8:30. So going from 7 to 9:30 is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, question for you, Mina. What is the hardest class you took of your college or high school, whatever?
Oh, I'm gonna have to say before I changed my major, because my major before was exercise science, right?
Okay.
So you got them biology classes. You gotta learn about the human body, how it function. I'm gonna say my anatomy class. That class was the one class that literally after I took it, I switched my major. I swear, I was like, bro, this is not okay. It was just so much information. I felt like it wasn't taught well enough for you to really learn it.
Yeah.
And then in terms of the text and the test and everything, we would have study guides, and none of it would be on the test. So I'm like, what am I studying at this point? I'm like,
what's going on? You know what I mean?
I'm trying to get right.
Shoot. Speaking of communications, what even is communications because to be real with you, I don't really know what communications is. Is that what is communications? How I'm talking to people or
Yeah. Well, it's very broad, but it's just so much that goes into it. So communications is basically in everything. Every major basically has communication in a way. So there's different, right now I have a PR class, public relations class, and that's basically you would have a client and you manage their image basically. And I have another class, it's a media writing class, and that's more in terms of script writing and if you want to write screenplays and film and stuff like that. So communications is a foundation almost in every other major. You have to know how to talk to people, how to deal with people, how to deal with conflict and all this other stuff that that goes into it, and that's all part of communications major too. So
Oh wow.
it's a lot. It's hard to put into one category because it's so many in one, like under one major.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
A lot more conflict. A lot
Yeah,
more
Yeah.
it
into it.
is.
A lot.
Shoot. Well, shoot. Like you said, communications is everywhere.
Mhm.
We need to know how to communicate to navigate through life.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, we change the subject a little bit. We'll go into the track and field side. As y'all probably don't know this yet, but as your host, I'm a freshman. My man Cam is also a freshman. Mina's a sophomore.
Hmm.
I don't know about you, but for us, it was kind of iffy starting out for track and field, especially since I'm a long and triple jumper.
Yeah.
I'm not a sprinter, so
Yeah.
doing the sprinting stuff,
It's different.
I first practice almost passed out. You know,
Almost, bro. I think you did. You saw
No.
that
Nah.
You did. I mean,
I was shoot. I was down bad that day. I was really down bad. But
you don't know it will sneak up on you.
how is it like adjusting from high school track to college for the both of you?
I'm gonna let you go first. I've been here before.
Okay, so I think the biggest difference is the fact that college is a little more strict in a sense. Like with high school, it wasn't. I mean, high school was fun. I mean, like high school it wasn't too strict. Coaches weren't really. You could miss practice, they wouldn't care. At least mine didn't. Not everybody's, but they weren't really too much into it. When I came here, even like the first week I get here, I missed like half the first week. Got a text from coach saying, I'm going to kick you off the team. And I was like, okay, well, I just got here. What do you mean? I didn't know no times. I didn't know no dates. Like, I didn't know what everything was going to be like.
I mean, to be real with you, he was sending our stuff through email.
Yeah, see, I wasn't looking at that at the time.
Well,
I didn't have any, I really just came here to not have anything set up.
Yeah.
So I was already on my way getting kicked off, not even starting it. But then once we got here, I realized that this ain't a joke. We got some cool people on the team. Everybody, trying to compete for the most part.
Yeah.
So it's tougher, way tougher than high school because everybody wants to be good. You just gotta be way tougher. Especially because the competition out here is way tougher
Next
than
level, yeah.
high school. This ain't a joke. You got people running fast times and in 200s, 400, even all the events. It don't even matter. You got people going crazy, and if you ain't putting the effort, it's you're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. You're not gonna make it.
all right, for you, Mina, how was your transition from high school to college?
Okay. Well.
Track wise.
Yeah. Last year, in terms of it, it was just like you have to unlearn all the things that your old coach taught you, and it's like you have to throw it out the window completely, like in a way, and you have to adjust really quickly to like the training and everything. Like in high school, like we didn't have weights or anything, and like it was kind of chaotic how they just put us in events. Like it wasn't organized for us to be specifically good in one event.
Yeah, they'll just be like, okay, we know you're fast enough to do the 100, but we don't have nobody for this 400. Let's just throw you in.
Yeah, like it was like they would just throw you in. They wouldn't like. I guess they never allowed you to flourish in an event that you could actually be good at. So it's like you never know what you're gonna come into. And then coming into college, it's like the one event I always said I never want to run, the 400.
And you're doing it this year.
And now I'm doing it. I went to nationals for it. The 4x4 teams about to go to nationals for it. Like it's like the one event that I never really got to run in high school. And now that's like my main event,
Yeah.
So I guess in terms, it's just like the transition of what you used to know and what you have to learn too and pick up on. It's like it's kind of hard when it's like fast and you don't know it. But also in terms of like environment, the competition is different. Like I could say like going to high school and competing with the team that I did, a lot of them didn't have a passion for the sport. They didn't care enough to like do well in practice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it really reflected in terms of competition. And here you can see that like people actually try to put in effort, like, and they show up at practice, and you can tell that they're PRing PRing when we
Like
go to
crazy
competing.
PRs,
Yeah,
like people breaking school records,
yeah,
people,
like,
you know what I mean?
and in terms of like a team, like it's actually a team here, you know? Because in high school, it was just like we would practice together and then go home. But here, we have to live with each other low key.
Yeah, for
So it's
real.
like in terms we have to see each other all day and like every day. So it's like
Shoot, Monday
spending
through
that
Friday.
time with those people. It's like it helps you build connections better too. So
Yeah. I'll say this, I've met so many interesting people
yeah,
here.
definitely.
And I'll say for me, it it taught me that what some of my coaches were saying in high school wasn't really the best
Yeah.
form of information. Like they meant well and all this other stuff, but the way that they did it was not. I had a strict coach, mind you.
Yeah,
I had a strict coach. I had a coach that you're like, you can't show up late. You know, you gotta be this. You gotta be practicing something. You know what I'm saying? You can't just stand out here. You know what I mean? In which kind of hindered me because I wasn't sprinting in high school.
Yeah.
I did jumps only, in which I learned that doing high jump every day gives your legs, it makes your legs dead.
Yeah.
Like I'm still dealing with shin splints from that today.
Oh, yeah. Shin splints, it's like one of those things that just don't ever go away, no matter what. It's just, they just always there.
Like you can't say you ran track and you never had
You
shin
never
splints.
had shin splints because you ain't running track then. You ain't on that track.
For real. Like everybody has dealt with like injury and all this other
Yeah.
stuff. Like okay, speaking of track meets, you know, the at least the mental side of track meets, because I know, you know, a couple people on the team get super duper anxious. Like I get super duper anxious before I jump. Some people get super duper anxious right before they run, right before the gun goes off. Some people do it days in advance. How do you deal with meet days mentally? Well, we'll start with you, Cam.
Okay, so how do I deal? Okay, so the best way I've learned to deal with it, because even at the first track meet, it was terrible. It was worse than any even high school, bro. Like before running that 400, that feeling, the butterflies, getting on the actual like the field or the track, running. That was just like terrible.
Yeah.
But I guess the way I do it is just like I just keep what I want to run in mind and knowing that's important to me. Put my music on. I just kind of vibe out until it's time for me to actually run.
Yeah.
I feel like that helps me a lot. And then when I do run and I feel comfortable or I feel relaxing, I feel like I get out there and do what I want to do.
Yeah.
But no, even there's sometimes where even I know even with the music I still get a little anxious, but I also teammates too, like being with other teammates there, researching. We all hanging out, kind of like reassuring each other, like
Yeah,
it's gonna be cool. It
together.
helps
Yeah.
helps out too. But yeah, there's either music, friends, and just relaxing and knowing what you want to hit helps, bro. I think so.
Keep the main thing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep the main thing. Okay, you, Mina, how you deal with the mental side of track and field?
Mainly, yeah, music does definitely like help relax me a lot, and because I've ran like a few competitions already, I just think about like I've done this before. Like this could be, I can consider this another practice rep, another chance for me to get better. Do what I have to do. And in terms of like days like before the meet, like I'll think about it, but I won't think about it too hard because if I do, then it's gonna be like, oh, I gotta run this. Like I'll put pressure on myself, and it's just like if I don't run this time, then it's gonna be like at the meet I'm gonna like really run like what I don't want to run, right? So I just try not to think about it in terms of that. It's just like, and when I'm at the meet, I'll be like, okay, it's just another rep. Like I've run 1,400s at this point,
Yeah.
I've ran 500s, I've run 600s. It's like if I can run a 600, I can run a 400. That's 200 meters less, right?
Yeah.
So I just keep in mind that like I'm here, I made it, I put in the work, like even if I don't want to run, if I didn't run what I wanted to, if I gave it my all and I did the best I could in the moment, and then I'm gonna be okay with that. Like I might be a little hard on myself, but it's like at the end of the day, I still got out here and I'm still doing something that people don't want to do. People, when people don't like running, man.
Yeah.
Like
You
We
just
do
like
this for sport, like we do this for fun
for
at this
real.
point.
Now,
Like,
question sometimes
Okay,
why?
don't don't say for fun because
yeah,
it ain't
sometimes it
fun.
ain't fun. It ain't fun, but but yeah, and it's just like the fact that we do it even at a college level, and some people don't even make it that far. The fact that we made it here and that we're continuing, and the fact that we have the support of our coaches, the support of our team, it's like it helps a lot too.
Yeah, shoot. I don't know. At least, well, by the way, lovely answers. You know,
Thank you.
I don't know, but for me, man, it's a little different because since I'm a jumper,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
after one jump, I have to wait until my next jump. So
yeah,
all I got to reference is what I jumped before, and even in before jumping, I get super duper like anxious, my heart beating, I can hear everything.
yeah.
But once I jump, I'm like, okay, is it good? Is it good? Is it good? If it's not good, I'm gonna beat myself up about it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm still trying to get over that. Beat myself up over stuff,
Yeah,
bad marks, bad technique, or anything like that.
yeah,
Usually talk to the coach, see what I did wrong. And
yeah,
whatever I did wrong, I'll just try and internalize that
yeah,
instead of just, dang, I jumped like a 40-foot freaking triple jump,
yeah,
or like I jumped a 16-foot long jump that was super duper terrible,
yeah.
or something
The
like that.
negative to like trying to keep the negative thoughts out of your head.
Yes, it
Yeah.
keeps all the negative thoughts out of your head. Speaking of, the mental side of everything,
Yeah.
what do y'all do for fun? Like, what do y'all do for fun? What's your hobbies? All this good stuff. All right, we'll start off with Mina since she got the mic.
Man, when I tell you I got so many hobbies, bro, it's just I need to be focusing. But um, for fun, I try to do stuff that like will get me out of my room and something that like helps me explore my creativity in a way. So I make like little vlogs sometimes throughout the day or like of my day and stuff like that, and I'll post them. Like not consistently all the time because sometimes I'll be forgetting. I'll start a vlog and I'm like, dang, I didn't record that vlog, man. Or like I'll be skateboarding, painting, practicing tattooing. Like it's just so much like I have, and it's just like I want to do everything at once. Sometimes, just like
You want to be everywhere all at once.
and it's just that's how my mind is. Like it bounces a lot, so it's just like I run off of how my mind is running sometimes, and then it's just like it gets crazy. But yeah,
overactive mind, very
yeah,
overactive.
sure. But
all right, what about you, Cam?
We wait for this answer. So let's start off. So I am a gamer,
no, okay.
Yeah, we both gamers. Don't get it twisted.
and my way of playing games, I like platinuming. And platinuming is pretty much completing the game fully, getting every trophy in the game.
Oh yeah, he plays on PlayStation, by the way.
Yeah, I play on PlayStation, on PS5, and I think gaming, I don't know, for me, gaming, it's fun. Playing with all your friends, it's just escaping when you're stressed. So much comes to gaming, of course. All the type of games, shooting, racing, fighting, everything.
That man loves any and every game.
I don't care what game it is. I will play anything. I think another thing, I don't know. I mean, for fun, this gonna sound weird, but I just like taking walks.
Oh hell yeah! Oh,
just walks, just kind of relaxing your mind, just stressing. If you're stressed out, you just calm down, relax, and that's about it. I just clears your mind. You feel good. Once you get your walk done, you go back to what you're doing. You feel better. And I mean, it might not be something like really crazy, but it's just simple for me.
Yeah, shoot. Me and Cam go on walks all the time. I'm just saying, like, shoot, we might actually go on a walk right after this. But walking clears your mind. You look, just looking at everything, and we all from a different place.
Yeah, definitely.
Cam from Texas, you from Connecticut, from South Carolina. Well, North Carolina, South Carolina, the Carolinas.
Yeah.
So just being in Kansas is a whole new place.
Yeah, it's different.
I'll say, like, I don't know, for me, I'm not used to super duper cold winters.
No.
And not only they're cold, they're windy.
Oh yeah, the wind. Ooh.
So it's like it may be like 35, but the wind make it feel like it's 20.
Sure do.
Shoot, you step outside, you really do need like gloves, a coat, all
Layers,
this other
yeah,
stuff. You need
everything.
everything. Okay, well, which that brings the question for you, Cam. How did you adjust from being from Texas to Kansas?
So yeah.
I didn't adjust. I didn't adjust. I don't think you can adjust from going from hot all the time to just winter. It's like I don't. It's hard, you know.
Like it was one warm day. I'm over here wearing shorts. It's not even that hot
That's what I'm
outside.
saying.
Like
Like today, it was it was warm, nice. That's what I'm used to. But the winter, like the snow, all that. No, I
yeah,
can't do it.
seeing snow consistently, I'm like, whoa.
No,
Okay,
no.
what's going on here?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Looking outside the window. Ain't going outside today.
All right. Well, Mina, how did you adjust being from Connecticut in Kansas? Mind you, I didn't know where Connecticut was until I met her. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We want to be OG colonies. Come on, man. But in terms of like the weather and stuff like that, over there, it's we see snow all the time. So like the snow here kind of wasn't that bad for me, considering that every time we'll get snow and stuff like that. Like we get cold weather and stuff like that. And oh man, I don't like it. Like I wish like it would be warm all the time where I was from. But the only thing is like here it's colder.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just like freezing.
Way colder. Like I could be back home. I remember one time it was on break, winter break,
Mhm.
and it was just warm outside. Like it was in the 30s, but it was like warm. You get the 30s here and that wind, it's negative. You feeling negative, so it's like I'm used to the snow and the cold weather, but this type of cold is like
It's way
it's
different.
cold.
Yeah, like
like
you step outside, you
don't do
might-
the right thing. You gonna have to go right back in, put on
Uh-huh.
like 10 more layers. Yeah, I'm not used to that.
shoot, you might mess around and get frostbite on your fingers for real.
Look, dude, frozen everywhere.
Yeah, I'll say like, man, since summer's about to be around the corner for real.
Yo, yeah.
Summer's around the corner for real.
You better feel that Kansas heat. Yeah.
Kansas heat.
Mm.
I'm ready to go back to my little South Carolina, the beaches. I'm ready to go to a
Yeah,
beach, man.
Yeah.
Like, because here is nothing but plains, flatlands, all this other
Yeah.
stuff. I'm used to at
Mhm.
least,
Something to dip your toe in.
some
Right.
some type of lake or pond. They probably got lakes. I just haven't explored Kansas like that.
Yeah.
Shoot, a couple months of being in Kansas though, it's been really hard to stay focused on a lot of stuff, like with school, with family, because I miss my family a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
I call my family almost all the time.
Yeah.
Question for both of y'all is
Yeah.
like, how'd you deal with being so far away from home? Like dealing with all family calling or because y'all both got siblings, siblings probably miss y'all. I hope so, at least.
Shoot.
I hope so. But I just have to deal with all that.
Okay, so for me, like in terms of how many hours like driving, it's almost 30 hours.
30 hours is crazy.
Yeah. And then in flying, it's like 3, so that's not too bad. But half the time, I gotta be driving, right? But I kind of, in a way, came here not necessarily to get away from my family, but to be on my own without my family, And I don't know, it was kind of hard at first. Like, well, at first it was nice because like I'm not around my siblings. Like, I have a lot of siblings, so it's like I'm not around them all the time. They're not always bothering me. But then it gets to a point where it's like I kind of want them to bother me, It's
Yeah.
like, where they at? Like, you expect someone to come in your room and bother you and stuff like that, and they're not there, and it's just like, it kind of like makes you realize how much you miss your family in a way.
Yeah.
And I'm not necessarily that close with my family, but being here made me realize that I want to be closer with my family. Like, I want to start building like a better relationship with them, and it's like we only have but so much time, and we can't waste it. Like, even like holding grudges in family, stuff like that, we can't waste it on stuff like that. So it made me realize like you got to let go of all the stuff that happened and just realize that they're your family and you can build love with them. Like, and it's important to have a relationship because that's also support that you're gonna need. Like when stuff gets hard and you can't talk to your friend and stuff like that, you may need to go to family, and you're gonna need that backup sometimes. You know, you're gonna need those people there that's saying like, keep going and stuff like that. So, I guess
just keep walking. You know.
Yeah.
Keep walking, keep moving, stay up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try to keep your spirits high because there's a lot of people that's gonna try to bring you down.
Definitely. There's. I don't know. I guess kind of wish I was a little bit closer to my family because I haven't had them much really, but I want to start building like those relationships back with my family and everything. So being here helped me realize that.
Hey. All right. Hey.
Take it away.
So, hey, those are some gems. I'm just saying. What about you, Cam?
But I can start off saying that it was nothing with my family. My family, we're all close, so I always had, always had the support. It's just that for me, I thought at first I just was tired of being in Crowley at the time. It was just nothing to do, the same thing. It's just I don't know. I just got tired of being there. So at the time, I thought moving somewhere else would be a new experience. Mm-hmm. So our drive is only 8 hours. It's not too bad because I sleep from half of them or almost all of it really from the night. So it don't really bother me if I'm not in the car with people. But if you were anyway. No. Let me get back to saying.
Yeah.
What up? I'm sorry.
You're good.
No, but yeah, it was just like, I mean, when we first got here, I guess the only thing I was nervous about was because I'm not more of the social person, so I was thinking that I wasn't gonna make friends. I was gonna be out here alone, which I was nervous for.
Yeah.
But eventually over time, I started to meet some cool people. Got a little more active, and I started to realize, it's cool.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing I realized is that I even though I didn't want to move, and kind of leave, it made me realize how I didn't want, I eventually do want to go back to Texas, be around my family. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But overall, I'm glad I got the experience, though.
Definitely.
At least knowing that, knowing I put myself out there, at least just, so if I ever do want to go leave, I can, I had the experience and okay, I did it. But yeah.
So, and you know what? Speaking of how you dealing with being by your own, all this stuff. Being by yourself is a whole different other monster. I'll say that because like Mina said, usually my little brother and sister will just barge in my room and just start doing some stuff, or I'll just hear my little brother screaming at the game at night or something like that. And I'll say this: meeting you guys, you two, because I met Cam through the orientation first day. Yeah. The first night actually staying here. Shoot, we met on that football field. You was doing something stupid.
Oh yeah, the little set. Yeah, we had to run around the circle.
Yeah, we had to run around. I don't know.
I did not like it, by the way.
Didn't like it at all. No. Did not like it. I thought it was dumb. Look, he thought it was dumb, but hey. But unfortunately, how she first saw me was me on the ground about to pass out. But it's all good. It's all good. But I didn't really get to know her because
can I speak on that?
Oh yeah, you can speak on.
Okay, so one thing about it is these two, they remind me of my little brothers. So my mindset was, I'm gonna keep bothering them until they talk to me, and boom, that was the mindset. I kept saying hi. I was like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" And I was like, I'm gonna just keep bothering them like they my little brothers, and then we just all ended up talking, and I was like, "Hey, my plan worked."
Yeah, I'll say it took me a while to start talking to everybody. I'll say that. He was not budging. I was like, dang, they really don't mess with me, bro. Man. Mind you, Ken still don't talk to people.
I talk to some people.
He's been opening up more. I've been peeping.
More?
Yeah.
Now, me, I ain't gonna lie to you, first couple weeks, shoot, actually the first 2 or 3 months, I ain't rock with none of y'all at all. Only person I rock with was him. That's it, and
My
that's
friends
because
still keep bothering you though. Just
I'm like, I forgot. I forgot. There was one day. We was like getting our triple jump marks,
yeah.
and I remember like JP took my glasses. Like I asked her to hold my glasses, and when I got back, I saw her have them. I said, "How does she have my glasses?"
Hold up.
But this is like very early on, like first semester. I was like,
it took you back.
Yeah, I was like, why does she have my glasses? Obviously, I didn't react though. I was like, all right, cool. I mean, she can have my glasses, I guess. Not, but that was like my introduction to like y'all though.
Yeah, more of the team.
Yeah, most of the team. Like I think around that time, that's when I started opening up more and more.
Definitely.
Actually, it took me a minute to open up to the track team because I ain't gonna lie, you like you said with your track team, it wasn't really like we was close.
Yeah.
Only the people that took it seriously was close.
Yeah.
Like everybody else that was just there, it was just.
Yeah, and then everybody has their own personality too. That if you don't really know them, it may come across as too much.
Yeah.
Or they're not nice at all. But like once you start opening up and start talking to everybody more, you realize like everyone's individually their own person. They're all cool people to rock with. Like,
yeah, mind you, I'll say this: I have never met so many people from Texas in my life,
bro. Look,
I have half the team from Texas.
Yeah, literally.
Shoot, and California. Well, California, that's more like football
Cali
team.
And Texas is very sad. Man.
Cali, Texas, Oklahoma. I only met one other person from South Carolina here. And even then, he's from a place I never been. So I ain't met nobody from North Carolina here. Nobody, like none at all.
Oh, actually, there is a few people from. They're not on our team, but I knew them from last year. Somebody I knew was had met them, and they were from the same area. I was like, oh, that's dope.
They were from the same area I was in?
Nah, North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
Actually, yeah, I remember you told me. Yeah, it was around that area. They're from like Pavlok or something. Like
Pavlok?
Yeah, I think.
Pavlok. I'm from Wilson, so like, yeah. Speaking of, okay, wait, Cam, since you're from Texas, how many people have you met that's around your area? Like,
cause around my area?
Yeah, you know, nobody.
No.
What part of Texas you from?
From Crowley. Well, I'm from Dallas, but I live more in Crowley. Okay. But I don't know. I've met no. Actually, not at the school. I've already told you the story. Though. Not at the school, but there's one girl at Wichita State that was in my area. That's the only person I've ever met here. But everybody else, they're from like parts I didn't even know was in Texas. Honestly, from being honest.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't never been to Texas for real ever.
You'll love it, by the way.
I know I got a cousin in Texas, but you know, that's really it. Mind you, actually, what is one place do you want to visit? Well, obviously, I got Kansas checked off. The wind is crazy. That's really all I got from this. But what's one other place that you would like to visit sometime this year?
One place I want to visit?
Yeah, one place you want to visit.
That kind of put me on the spot. Hold on. I gotta.
If you gotta think about it, pass it.
Yeah, I gotta think about this.
Low-key, I gotta think about this one too because I feel like there's so many places I want to visit. It's just like trying to pick one. But I guess I would say maybe Atlanta or like somewhere in the South because I've been to the North now. I've been to the West Coast.
Hey, come down to Charlotte. Come down to Myrtle Beach. You know what I'm saying? We got some cool stuff down there.
East Coast. I mean, the South is started like the next step. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, my friend had went to school in Atlanta one time. She used to go to Clark Atlanta.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. So I guess over there it seemed like there's like a lot to do. Like Atlanta is like a big city place, and I love this city.
Yeah, I've been to Atlanta, so like,
and it's something you can meet so many dope people, and it's just like it's a lot of culture and stuff there that you want to experience, stuff like that. So I feel like Atlanta, somewhere down south generally, but
yeah.
Atlanta would be on the list for sure.
Yeah, I know. I want to go to Florida because I want to go visit my
Yeah,
uncle.
hell yeah, hell yeah.
Uncle lives in Florida. We were supposed to go to Florida this year too for like Christmas, but
Oh, that would have
some
been dope.
stuff happened that
Yeah.
hindered us from going there. It was still a cool Christmas. Don't get twisted. We still had fun, all that other
Yeah.
stuff. But Florida. Never been to Florida. I know there's alligators out there, but that's really it. Or like alligators, crocodiles, whatever. Some type of big old reptile that's like crawling around or something like that. Like that. I would want to go to New York.
Oh yeah, come up there, boy. I'll tell you right now, New York is a
Like, because I've been to Jersey too many times. Like, Jersey and New York is like right next to each other.
yeah.
Like, you got your answer or no?
Yeah, I can answer.
All right, where you want to go, Kim? Where do you want to go sometime soon?
I just want either Florida.
Uh huh.
I wouldn't mind going to Florida because I've always heard crazy stories about going down there. So who wouldn't want to go down there?
Yeah.
And probably around New York, but only to see my Jets play. That's it. I don't care about anything else. I just want to see my Jets play.
Mind you, the Jets play in New Jersey, not New York.
Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, I still get to see New York. It's a win-win. I get to go both. So. Go Jets, by the way. But yeah,
Go Jets.
I think that would be a cool place. Yeah.
Go Jets. Okay. Ooh, speaking of sports, right? Okay, look.
Oh, this is my area.
I don't know about y'all, but growing up, I've been a sports fan. Go Celtics. By the way, you taking it all the way. We're taking it all the way. Don't get it twisted. We're taking it all the way. But I've been a big sports fan growing up. I've played multiple different sports like basketball, I played football. Now I ran track, shoot. I played baseball when I was younger, but I gave that up. Question: was y'all sports kids growing up?
Oh
my gosh, yes. My mama had me in everything from golf to basketball to football. Sorry, football, everything, man. My mom, she just put me in everything, just trying to figure out if I liked something, And at the time, I didn't really care. I mean, football was something I did like, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I did play that for a bit. It was pretty fun until you had to start hitting. I didn't.
Yeah, I ain't like hitting people.
I didn't like that aspect of it. But yeah, my mom had me in pretty much everything. I would say, sure.
Okay, well, in terms of sports, like my dad, he's not from here. He's from Trinidad, right?
Yeah, Trinidad.
So he plays
Shout out
soccer.
Trinidad.
Yeah, shout out Trinidad. Yeah. So he plays soccer, and so that's how he came to this country. He had got a scholarship over here, right? So that was just something that was like always in my family, and I think all of my siblings played except like my older brother and my youngest brother. So we all played soccer like on a recreational team. Ended up playing in high school and stuff like that. But like growing up, I never had like a set sport except track. Like I started running in middle school because they had like this little track team. So, but outside of school, like I never like played a sport. Like I never thought to.
Yeah.
But and then my parents never like. I wouldn't say they didn't encourage us to play sports, but they didn't encourage us to play outside of our school in a way. So I guess like playing in school was the only real experience I got. I played softball before for 1 year. That wasn't it. Played soccer, track, but soccer and track were like my main two sports that like I grew up with, So I guess in terms yes and no.
Yeah.
I haven't experienced all of them, but I've experienced some.
Yeah, I'll say at least for me, like, which by the way, thank you for sharing. But in terms of me, like my mom put me in a bunch of sports and see what I liked and all that other stuff. But I was a kid where I didn't want to practice. I wanted to just play the games.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, screw all this practice stuff. Let's play a game. Come on, man. Like, I'm trying to, put up 30 or something like that, In which, after that, since which that made me like quit a lot of the sports I was playing and all that other stuff. So with that being said, I kind of just switched over to like my love for technology
Yeah.
because I always thought computers was cool.
Yeah.
Computers was always cool to me, how they worked, how they function, and plus, you know, my most of my family works in like the technology field,
Yeah.
some way somehow.
Okay.
Not directly working with computers, but they're working like wires or they're working for like phone
Mm-hmm.
companies, all that stuff. So in a way, I was a sports kid at first, and then I kind of branched out into technology,
Yeah.
which blew my mind. Hey, it got me. I'm here right now studying technology. Shoot, like,
Mm.
okay, and you know, running off of that topic, what would you say? What is your career goal? Like, what is one goal, or actually, let me change that up. What is one problem that you want to fix with the world that your career could fix? Like, what you do in your career could fix?
You can start that one.
You got that one. That's a little
Oh
tough.
shit.
That's a little tough.
Okay. Okay. So in a way, what I want to do in my career, it's like multiple different things. Like in terms of the what I'm doing with my major and stuff like that. I kind of want to go into interior design, which I thought. Okay, at first I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to help create a space for people to feel safe and like they're at home and like when like I knew growing up coming home it didn't feel like home, you know.
Mhm.
So I felt like I wanted to be able to help create a space where someone can come home and say like this is my home, you know. So someone suggested to me like interior design, which incorporates communication, psychology, all of that into one, right? So I was like, I'm literally creating a space for someone designed how they want it to make them feel like they can be their best selves there. They're safe there, you know? Like they're in their safe space. They have something that they can call home and they can come home and be happy and they want to be there, you know, instead of like wanting to escape and get out their house. You know, they want to sit in that house in that space. And also I also do want to do like a podcast or something where it's like you can just talk and just by you talking can help a lot of other people and people a lot of people don't realize that something as simple as you speaking your mind can help someone figure out their mind and figure out what they want to do in life. So I feel like starting something like that also would a career goal that I have. So
Hey,
so
look,
I have like a lot of big dreams, big goals, and
mhm.
like just hoping I can accomplish them and trying to work towards it and everything. But I guess as of right now, those are like what I'm thinking of, like to get started with.
Shoot, interior designer. Hey,
Sure,
look, I'm
got
gonna
you.
need you. Yeah, it's going.
See, look,
Hey, look, I need the inside of my house. I need big old houses.
it's
I need
gonna
a
be
big window
dope.
by the kitchen. By the way, you gotta have a big window by the
Okay, yeah,
kitchen. I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
saying.
I like that idea. I like that. We
Nah,
working.
okay,
Trying to
Ken.
just like talk like bro. Okay. I mean,
If you don't know, you can say, you know,
I really don't. I guess just to sum it up, I mean, technology is a big part of the world now.
Yeah,
There's a lot of ways, people connect, talk to family, or just, for every reason. So I guess being able to, help with something that everybody uses, like you be able to fix it or, yeah, get it back working right so they can do what they want to do, get to where they want to get is what I want to do. Just something simple, just helping, nothing more to it, really. All I want to do is help.
great goal, man.
That's all I
Look,
do.
look, goals is very important when it comes to careers, though. I
yeah.
hope you know, like y'all both know, goals is super duper important. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't have your goals straight out in your career, then you're gonna mess around. And oh wait, you have
What are your goals?
my goals.
Yeah.
My biggest goal is to start a business,
Yeah.
create technology, and give it to the poorer countries.
Yeah. So
Because
dope.
trust and believe, there's a lot of people in those countries that can
They're
definitely
yes,
use it. You
yes.
know,
They
like
never have the resources and they don't have the people like you wanting to help. So
yeah,
the fact that you would go out your way and make a career out of it is amazing.
true. I want to. But that's what I want to do. You know, like give technology to the less fortunate.
Yeah,
You
give
know,
back. Yeah.
Because trust and believe, we can make like there's so many different things that we can do with technology now.
Mm.
Especially shoot, the last 5 years, we ain't never seen nothing like AIs, bro. Like
Oh wow, yeah,
like
that stuff is
the
getting crazy.
like the chat GBTs, that one voice mimicking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like shoot, y'all seen that video of that dude like changing his voice to sound like Kanye?
No,
It's actually pretty scary.
Yeah, it's crazy. He rapped like a couple bars. He put the voice change, like the voice mimicker on, bro. Immediately sound like Kanye. Like,
Oh, that is.
well, I mean,
That's,
when I mean Kanye, I mean like college dropout Kanye.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that album. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, AI is probably gonna change the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like especially how we do things. Shoot, instead of automated voice calls, we're gonna have AI voice calls. Like,
Yeah. Do you think like AI could be like what are the negative changes that could happen? Because I know there's a lot of positive to it, but what do you think are some things that could be a downfall?
learning, actually,
Learning.
like you see it right now
Yeah.
with the chat GBTs. Young people are like using that to get their way through school. Like,
Oh yeah, like the AI stuff and
yeah. Some people writing their papers, you know what I'm saying, with that junk.
Look, hey.
And like, and it's crazy. Sometimes you might have to
you might have to take a risk on that one. Man.
I ain't gonna say who used it,
Yeah, nah,
but I know a couple people who used it. Yeah, you know. Nah. Look, I'll say like that's one negative about it. Who knows? Like, shoot, some people using it for work. Now, here's the thing: it can make work go by way faster.
Yeah.
Instead of like you having to do all this stuff, you can like, you know, ask it a question. You can just ask the thing a question. Mm-hmm. And obviously, I'm pretty sure more technical corporations, the bigger corporations, are going to use more AI stuff.
Yeah.
To like help with, like, what would be one thing that it would help with? Like, probably maybe with shipping or packaging stuff. Like if you have a question for like customer service.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, or like, okay, like why is my package not here yet? And you're like doing it through like a chat app.
Oh,
they can probably
the little things that pop up when you, like on a website.
Yeah, like that. Or let's see, I don't know if like I'm taking a computer programming class right now, right? I mean, he looked very disappointed. I can't lie. He looked very disappointed. Like, look, computer programming, I ain't gonna lie, you remembering all that stuff it's a lot. It's a lot to remember. You know. Fortunately, I was blessed enough in high school I could like do the computer programming stuff like multiple different times. So I know this stuff by heart now. But with AI, it could literally help you code like games. It could help you code websites. Shoot, you could like make an image randomly. You can ask like, okay, make this dog a human. Like, what would a dog look human like, or something like that? And we'll pull up a picture of a dog that looks human. Something like that, you know?
I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's good?
Are you worried about AI or technology taking over jobs in the future?
Jobs?
Ooh,
that's a good question. Yeah, that it depends on what your job title is.
Okay.
Now, if you're like one of them like phone people that like call and like, you know, actually, have you seen like there's a video of a dude like sending like a drone or something like that, or like something to this big old corporation in India that like does all them scam likely calls. I might try to find that video and like show y'all. But mind you, they got thousands and thousands of people on like multiple different floors. They're like calling in every second type junk.
Yeah.
With AI, especially if programmable AI with recognized voices,
Yeah.
you gonna get them on daily.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be scary.
Very scary. But if done right, I feel like AI could be one of the most useful tools
Oh, for sure.
that we have.
I agree.
Because, like, think about it, we already using like phones and computers to our advantage.
Right.
And, you know, every movie's like, oh my goodness, computers going to take over the world. We just use it as a resource now.
Yeah.
Which, mind you, that's also one thing I want to change is like how phones is used. Because like phones are very distracting.
Oh yeah.
Trust me, leave out. There's times I'll sit down, open my laptop. All right, let's just work.
Mm-hmm.
Then I get a notification. I check my phone, and
16.
then 20 minutes went by. I'm like,
Yeah.
dang, where'd that time go? You know what I mean?
And everybody, I feel like,
Yeah. It's easy to get distracted too. Like it's like you wanna get distracted, right? So like when you get that one notification, it's like I'm gonna use this opportunity to like, let me check another notification, then it's just like
Oh yeah,
slip, bro.
Did they message me back? Okay, let me see if they messaged me back. Oh shoot, I haven't spoken to this person in a minute. Let me text them real quick. Or like, oh man, dang, like TikTok. Oh my goodness.
Oh, dude. Don't even get started on that, man.
hey, I deleted that, bro. I had to.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been on it in weeks. Like I used to like post little TikToks, and I haven't posted in a minute because I haven't just been on the app. But
I ain't never had TikTok, but I see like my little sister, she be on it heavy.
A clutch, man.
Like even my mom be on it heavy. She say she don't, but she be on it heavy.
Yeah, nice.
When she bored, she be scrolling. I know. Mind you, Mom, if you're listening, I love you. Don't take what I said. Don't take what I said out of context. But yeah, like it's super duper easy to get distracted. Like I feel like, and if you really think about it, the concept of the smartphone is really old now.
Yeah.
Like early 2000s, we're in 2023.
Yeah, now it's just like
It's
another phone coming out next month.
Same phone coming out,
Yeah.
different camera.
The time it's the same amount of cameras, nothing changed on the phone. So I'm like, the only thing that changes is the price. They charge you $1,000 more. I'm like,
And nobody's going to get an Android because
it's too much of a stigma around it.
Yeah.
But I be seeing, I'm like, dang, hold up, your camera look like that? I might have to switch over, bro. I might have to. Apple ain't taking me there.
Yeah, for real. Like, shoot, I can't lie to you. When they came out with the what was it? That freaking flip.
The Samsung flip phone? When I tell you I wanted to buy that so bad, I was about to say, Ma, keep this. Take it off the line. I'm gonna get that one.
Unfortunately, they also like $1,000. Like, I ain't gonna like. Okay, question: how y'all feel about overpriced items? Like, okay,
Let's get started on that. I feel like there are so many items that like the price of them and the value of them do not match at all. Because in terms of a lot of Apple products and stuff like that, the price and value is just like, why am I paying like $150 for some AirPods? And it's just like, if they break or anything, you gotta pay another $150 just to get it again. And I'm like, what, bro? Like, it's
$150, bro. That's crazy.
And that adds up, and they make it so difficult for you to just simply get a simple fix. You gotta pay $30, $50. It's just like, dang, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I be getting people with that when I prepare for these junk, because like people will pay some ridiculous prices just to get their stuff fixed.
Yeah, and it's just like, bro,
they're like, shoot, $150 for
some help.
Yeah, like, man, $150 just to get my phone fixed. I'll go to this dude that'll charge me $60 just to get my phone fixed.
I might just fix it myself.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like. But here's the thing. I'll say this: people nowadays at least throw their money around.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They just be throwing their money anywhere. All that other stuff. How you feel about overpriced items?
I think it's stupid, considering if you really know, like how much like these companies really pay to make it, bro.
Yeah.
Like it don't like most of the stuff that people are buying that's like pricey don't even cost like that. Like
it don't even cost that much to make.
No, like it's dumb. It's really dumb. Like I'm not paying that like $1,000 when they're getting paid like they're making like
millions and stuff.
it's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. One overpriced item, I say like, dang, I'm still gonna buy it though. Is some Jordans, bro. Some Jordans.
And when it comes to shoes,
When it comes to shoes, oh my goodness, if they look good enough, I'll.
Shoes are
You
might
said
have to. Yeah,
you
that's one
said
of
you
those.
said 220. Okay, I'll pay a little 220.
That's one of the things. That's a controversial thing.
Yeah,
That's-
clothes, shoes, accessories like hats and junk. Like, here's the thing: for a fitted $60,
Oh, see, that's the. Ooh.
you know, and some stuff is like limited edition or like a different color.
Yeah,
and
that's
all.
understandable, but it's still like.
$35, $60. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I could go out and probably hit me a couple meals for the $60.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like, when you put it in perspective, like the amount of things you could buy for that one item you just bought, it's like, why am I buying this? Like, I could have bought like groceries. I could have paid a bill with this money, but I just bought something else. And it's just sometimes it'll be like not necessarily a necessity, but a necessity in terms of your mental health. You know, like treating yourself. You know, like I
Yeah.
deserve this, but then it kind of dulls it a little bit when it's just like, damn, now I gotta pay for something else. Type, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's just
And mind you, we're complaining because we're all broke.
hey, being broke is a mindset. We are not broke. We are financially up and coming. You know, when you put
Oh,
when you
yeah,
broke,
yeah.
when you say you broke, you put it in your head. We don't use that word. We are financially up and coming.
Financially handicapped is what she means. But, you
I'm
know.
broke and proud, man.
Yeah, you know.
Hey,
I'm
look,
making I'm making it, man. I don't get it.
we gonna get on our stuff. You know, I ain't even worried about it for real.
Speaking of being financially up and coming college
Yep,
students, right?
like that.
How is it like being financially up and coming as of right now?
Okay, I'm gonna say like I've always struggled with managing my money. Like as soon as I get money, I'm gonna spend it, and I can see I still do that. And sometimes like I'll spend more than what I need to because it's just like I want that, give me, like mindset. Like I want that, I need that, and it's just like the amount of money I realize I wasted when I look around my room. It's just like why did I buy this a lot of the time? But it's just like I kind of want to get out of that place of um, just spending my money. Like I'm starting to realize a lot like less is more.
Yeah.
So I want to start selling a lot of my stuff. Like every time I go home, I donate hella clothes I don't use anymore. So I'm like, there's somebody else that could have this, and I'm like, I don't even wear half the stuff I have anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I just bought some new clothes today, man. I went to a thrift thing, but those are clothes I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna wear. It's gonna be there. But I guess in terms, it's just like trying to understand financial, like having financial knowledge. It's hard also when it's not necessarily something that's taught either. So it's something you really gotta dig deep into for yourself. And there's a lot of people that can help you with that, but it's like their budget is not your budget at the end of the day, you know? So it's you really gotta focus on what is your budget, what are you making, what are you buying that you don't need to buy. Like it's hard, but it's like once you start to learn it, everything gets easier. You know, you just gotta take that step into, because it's so much easier to be irresponsible with your money, man. Like you see something you want, oh, I got the money, let me just buy it. You know, instead of
and
holding
then
off for that long term goal type thing.
Yeah, then you look at your bank account. It's like, dang,
you had that money, then suddenly
something comes up, and you're like, oh dang, I don't even got the money no more.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So repeat the question again.
How is it like being financially up and coming college student? You know, being a college student, and, like being broke. Okay, I can't keep this up. I'm just being broke.
It's okay. It takes time.
Okay, so I mean, with me, my mom. Well, see, my mom and dad, they always like. Whenever I got money, I wasn't really allowed to really touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were very, very strict about how I use my money. Considering I had a good amount of siblings, we relatively lived pretty cheap. My mom was really cheap. He was one of the people you see with the coupons.
Oh yeah.
She did everything she could.
Shoot.
No,
I love it. I
ain't gonna lie to you. When them freaking Burger King little coupons came in the mail,
Look.
me and my granddad, hey, shoot, You want? Hey, what y'all want from Burger King?
Yep, some deals do come in handy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you said two for one? Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's go get a quarter pounder real quick.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, for me, yeah, we always lived pretty relatively cheap. You know, we didn't always have the more expensive stuff because my mom,
Yeah,
she didn't, she no, she wasn't doing that. You know, there's a lot of us, so that to buy just you have to pretty much buy $200 pair of shoes for everybody, and no one's coming up that type of money.
yeah,
So we always, we found stuff cheap. So I
yeah,
guess for me, since I really didn't have much of that growing up, it's not really a big deal to me now. Not saying
yeah,
there's a lot of cool, expensive stuff, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
But since my mom, like I said, my mom and dad taught me how to be better with money, even though I still make mistakes now.
yeah.
Since I'm on my own for the first time, actually getting to have my own money and not my parents taking it
Yeah.
and just putting it up for
Yeah,
me.
that's how you get.
But I think it's it's getting now that I'm learning it by myself. I think I'm starting to make better decisions,
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
good.
glad they were able to teach me as much as they did. But yeah, no, I think it's cool though. I don't want to be in broke. It's
Yeah,
pretty
not
fun.
at all.
I mean, eventually we gonna get up there, so
Yeah,
ain't nothing to
you
worry
got
about.
And you learn tricks to entertain yourself while you broke. You know what I mean? It's
Look,
like, look, you be fine. You be happy with what you have. You know, like I got my Xbox here, so shoot.
Not complaining.
Look, I be gaming.
Tell me.
You know.
Simple.
All
Simple
right.
stuff.
Well, going off of like money and all this other stuff.
yeah,
Uh, how would you say like from y'all experience? Because
yeah,
we've all experienced like taking care of our bodies and
yeah.
junk. Mind you, I'm still learning how to take
It's
care
a
of my body,
process, yeah.
especially my legs. Legs be tired, but how how do you feel about like or like what's some advice that you would give somebody in terms of taking care of your body?
Okay, you gotta start with that one. 'Cause
Yeah, you've been here longer than
Yeah,
us. Come on, man.
I'm not good with that.
okay, so growing up, like a lot of the time we would have like a lot more. I'm gonna say not natural remedies stuff like that. Cause like my dad, like growing up in the Caribbean, I guess they have a lot more natural things there. So
Oh yeah.
a lot of the stuff is like they rather make it naturally and stuff like that. So I guess in terms of it would be like watch what you eat.
Mhm.
Like don't always like eat out and I guess not. I don't want to say diet because dieting it doesn't necessarily help because it's like you're you're gonna what's it called? You're gonna miss out on some kind of nutrition if you like diet a certain way.
Yeah.
So I guess it would be like just watching what you eat and watching the amount you eat and don't like get greedy. You know, because a lot of
I
people it's easy to overeat because your eyes you see all like oh you like that you like oh yeah.
like,
So it's
man,
like
especially if he's like sitting there and you're just thinking like, man, you know what I could go for right now?
yeah, you eat.
Some
It's like you
yeah.
eat with your mind first before you actually even eat anything, and then your mind's telling you, "Oh, you like that," and it's like, "Oh, they got this too. Or they got this too." So it's just in terms of doing things in moderation, taking your vitamins. Definitely, that's important. A lot of people
Hmm.
don't take vitamins. Get up there.
I
Um,
don't take vitamins. I ain't gonna lie to you.
yeah, it's alright. It's just like something you gotta learn about, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I would say like stretching and stuff like that. Like a lot of people don't stretch, and after a while, you're gonna start to feel that when you get older and stuff like that. I'll be feeling like I'm old. Like I get up and I'm like, I feel my hips popping. I'm like, dang, bro,
Mind
I
you, like
I'm
coming here,
70.
yeah, coming here, like them hip stretches, they really, really help.
Yeah, they do, and if you do them consistently, they gonna help you a lot in your sport too. People don't like strengthening like those little things in your like your tibias, your calves, and all that. Like you have to strengthen your body, like have a strong body in order for you to perform at your best too. So like we lift weights like for
Two
like
days up,
basketballs and stuff like
yeah.
that. But we also have to strengthen like our ankles, like jumping. You want to have like those shins and stuff like that. You have to strengthen all of your body. So I guess focusing on strengthening your body, vitamins, hydration, try to drink as much water as possible.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I can say. That's what I learned. Watch what you eat, moderation, stuff like that.
Yeah, dehydration is crazy. By the way,
Bro, dehydration hit hard, man.
for real.
Every day. Hey, I gotta stop that.
That's what happens. I mean,
It gets hard, bro. It's like you get sick of drinking water sometimes.
Yeah, in which, by the way, some advice about that: you don't have to always just drink water.
Yeah.
Like, try to drink like some Gatorade with it.
Yeah.
Tea. Some teas. Try to stay away from like sodas,
sugary stuff. Just stuff with hella sugar.
Like, now here's the thing: candy is one thing that it's just gonna be so hard to give up.
That's the clutch.
Like, because if I see some Sour Patch Kids, I might have to get some gummy worms.
Yeah, it's hard.
Man, so speaking on that, bro, I was having a talk with Coach Asia. Well, Coach Asia. And we were talking about like eating healthy, and so I will tell the truth. I don't eat good at all. So in the mornings, what I would do for breakfast, I would just drink Dr. Pepper. Didn't eat nothing. Drink Dr. Pepper. Go around eating candy, burgers. I didn't eat good, and it's gonna sound dumb, but I thought me being out there was gonna balance it out.
Yeah.
No. And thought I saw okay, I can eat how I want and still run. That'd be cool. Until I realized that she talked to me like that. Nah, can't do that.
Yeah, what you fill your body with is how your body gonna feel.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Coach Asia. She's
amazing, man.
Great.
Yes.
Great at what she does.
Yes, amazing.
Knows almost everything about like muscles and the body and all that.
What to eat and how to
what to eat, how to eat,
how to work out.
How to work out, yeah. How to lift, Shoot, she
comes in clutch.
She comes in clutch.
Man.
Like,
okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I first came here, the workouts that we was doing, I'm like, okay, how? I have never heard of this workout before in my life.
I tell you. Yeah.
Every time in the weight room, bro. She always comes out. Every time.
Oh yeah.
I can just tell because she'll stare at me. She already know I'm gonna have a problem. Every time, but I mean, she helps us, so it's cool.
Like she was like just yell, like Cameron, come on, like what you
I'm
doing?
looking at her like, I already know I messed up.
With that.
I just be looking, I'm like, well, all right.
And she be joking sometimes when she say that too. Like she'll just randomly just start screaming, Cameron, and you're like, dang, what did I do? Like.
It'd be funny. That's cool. She's a real good helper, bro.
Oh yeah. Also, shout out to Coach Witt and Coach P.
Oh yeah, I love them too. Definitely.
Two of the best coaches I've ever had. Ever.
The best coaches I've ever had.
Literally.
And they know so much about like just
everything.
It will be some random junk and they just
somehow have a story for everything.
Yeah.
The stories go crazy.
Yeah. They will connect like the smallest things.
Like
to us.
It's so funny though.
Like, shoot, we'll be talking about like, I don't know, how evolution is, or like if fish grew legs and then started walking or something like that, and they'll be like, you know what? Speaking of that, I had this one like have a connection, or have some type of connection. And Coach Witt, he like, I ain't gonna lie to you, he reminds me of a lot of like, who did he remind me of? Like probably one of my uncles actually.
Yeah.
Like on how he talks actually, like how he talks, because he's like thinking about something all the time.
Yeah.
Thinking of something. I don't know what it is. He just be thinking all the time.
Yeah.
He's always like looking for the best way to do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
to get the best result.
For real. And Coach B's funny. Like very funny.
Very funny.
That man crazy, bro.
He's passionate about everything.
Yes. That's always amazing to see. Like in coaches, a lot of them, they don't like have a passion for the sport or really care to put in the time to like learn about the sport, and you could tell that they really do, and they really love what they do.
Like for real.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, with question, how is your first introduction to like the coaches?
Well, like I said, I started off getting a message saying I was being kicked off the team.
Yeah,
So
right.
it didn't start off too good. I was already like, dang, that tell mom I'm already off the team. But when I got there and I actually like started talking to him, Coach P, he was cool until I realized he was a Bills fan, which we don't like. He's a cool person though, but we don't like his team. So it's fine. We don't like the Buffalo Bills.
Nah, the crazy thing is that you're from Texas, but you like the Jets.
Yes,
All the
Yeah,
teams,
like that's
Oh,
all the way on
Jets.
the other side,
Right.
bro.
No Jets. Hey,
But-
I'm a Ladainian Thomas fan. If y'all don't know, that's
Yeah.
why. That's my boy. But no, back to the question. Coach P, he was cool. He's pretty cool dude. Coach Witt, he knows what he's doing. I just like old coaches, man. They know what they're doing. They help, and they didn't help me learn way more than I never learned in track.
Yeah.
Put me on the good way of running. Running form, just anything I need to know really.
Yeah,
So
shoot.
cool.
Running, especially like getting faster. Getting faster was the one thing.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, man! Like, I'm not even a sprinter, and I got faster.
See, I don't know what they do, but they got some magic in the workouts. Like, it's the workouts that you don't want to do and you think aren't going to help you. And they're like, why am I running this? Why am I running it this way? Like, they want you to run a specific way. And you don't realize it until you start getting out on that track and you start PR. And it's just like, whoa, I couldn't do this before. Like,
Yeah, high school, I was, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, like a completely different, like, it's a completely different person. Like,
Mind you, I watched some videos of like me in high school compared to now. I'm
oh,
like,
I'm embarrassed.
oh my goodness,
Don't ever say I ran like that.
man, I watched, what was it? Junior year, the first track meet,
Yeah.
ran a 4x4.
Mm.
Now I was wondering, why am I moving like this? Like, this is ugly. I ain't gonna lie to you, halfway through that race, I just said, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I can't watch it no more. It's too bad.
Yeah.
By the way, y'all will probably never see that video ever in life.
Right.
So, like,
That's-
and even when I ran like the 4x1, I was
Yeah.
like, ew. Like, I was cool. Like, I was still like somewhat quick, but I
Yeah.
wasn't as fast as I was now.
Yeah.
Especially Coach Witt's workouts. Oh my goodness, them
Boy. Yeah.
500, like 500s,
Yeah.
all at like 80% or something like that.
That just kills. That just
Yeah.
Broken 400s,
Oh,
broken 600s,
45 seconds.
45-second test. Oh
I
my
like those
goodness.
45-second tests though. They be
So you a demon, all right?
Yeah, but it gives you that feeling though, like you actually in it. Like I
Yeah,
get the
low
same
key.
goosebumps. Like, yo, what?
yeah, like when you step out that line, it's like, dang, this is like a real race.
Yes, this is
But it
exactly.
helps you see like how far you come, like when you first started, and then how far, how far you come in terms of running and everything.
Nah, but I would say that actually there is one 45-second test still here. I had to borrow his spikes, well, the spikes I was lended to him. And when I took off, it felt like the shoe was about to come off for some reason.
Yeah.
I took off. I'm like, oh shoot! I stumbled at the line, and I didn't even get to 300. I'm like, yeah, I don't like this anymore. I don't want to do this no more. So this is why I always carry my spikes in my bag, both of them, because
Smart man.
I will never do that again, ever in life.
No. So those spikes already been passed down. I don't even have them no more. I don't know who got them, but
Hey, donate them. Donate them.
I
Why
know
not?
somebody on the track team got them, so that's all that matters. As long as they put in a good use, that's good.
Actually, don't gauge out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. It feels like your foot's about to fall out. Them.
He said he was having the same problem though.
Yep, man. I think it's just some spikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Actually, if you don't know what we're talking about the New Balance spikes,
What color?
the black ones.
Black ones. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like those are. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna stick with Puma
Yeah.
for the rest of the time.
to switch the Puma eventually.
Yeah. By the way, Puma. I don't know what it is. Huh?
So, no, go ahead. Sorry, I'm talking to myself out loud.
You
My
good?
bad.
You good? But I ain't gonna lie to you. Feel like I'm running on air.
What?
Yes,
Floating?
like floating.
Ooh, okay. Hold up.
Like when I switched from my shoes to them, I'm like, whoa.
It's a new feeling.
Uh huh.
Okay.
Well, it's mainly because the ones I got, they're like so like the thing is so thin. It's like you're running barefoot.
Yeah. Okay.
Not like these super spikes with the freaking air bubble thing. I don't.
Yeah, it's just it's. I feel like it's very complex for.
I know some people think it's cheating.
Yeah, because it do give you that bounce. I put them things on and I said, whoa, it was super speedy with these. Hold up. But
okay, question: would y'all get one pair of them super spike things?
Man, I did definitely consider it, but
and then that price came down and stuff. But
it wasn't even that. Like the spikes I have, I've had them since I think last year. Like is when I got them. And I've been PRing and still running like with people who have those shoes. So it's like, do I really need those if I'm beating the people that got them on? And or do they really help for real?
Yeah.
So I don't really. They nice to have, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't buy them for real.
I was just
I'll
thinking
buy a nice pair that could do what I could do.
Yeah, I was just thinking like. Because jumpers have them type of spikes too now.
That low key is
cheating. Now, I feel like it's cheating.
On the jumper side, it's a little more.
But as long as they don't out jump me, it's cool. You know what I mean? But like, I was like thinking because I never seen them spikes until I came here.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen them spikes before until I came here. Well, actually, it was the first time. Cam Jax, not this game. Cam Jax. He was the first one I saw with them spikes on. I was like, well, those are, by the way, there's some nice looking spikes.
Yeah, they fly.
They are nice. Fly. Nice looking spikes. But, golly, I think it's cheating. No, like, I think it's cheating, especially with the jumping events. Because think about it, you got that air bubble, you don't feel nothing.
In terms of jumping, I feel like, but running, I feel like.
You can still feel everything,
Yeah, but not as much. No.
Yeah, well, would you cop them?
No, I'm good with my Nike.
Yeah,
I'm cool with the ones I got.
Simple, yeah.
Running with them, I'm chilling. All I need. I don't need none of that action. Jump. Cool with the Nikes I got. I'm chilling. Yeah. Nothing else. Oh.
Man. Okay, well, I got one more question for y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, hold up. I have it written down. Okay. So in terms of everything that you learned throughout life, right? Everything that you learned throughout life, because we're all around the same age.
Yeah.
What is something that you would like teach other people? Like, okay, you need to do this or you do not need to do this. Yeah. Like if you were speaking to a room of like kindergartners or first graders, elementary school kids, middle school, or even high school, what is one lesson that you want to teach?
Okay, this is pretty easy. I would say truthfully enjoy everything you have. Like to the most, like just explore everything, explore everything around you, enjoy everything you have, And if you are, if you're doing something, put the best effort into it. Because I know there are things that I wish I would have put effort into more.
Definitely, yeah.
So I wouldn't want no kid to regret not having the opportunity to do that when they had the talent there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and to not worry about other people's opinions because people are going to be people. They're gonna do insane things that aren't cool. We just gotta remember to ignore it. Yeah. Just do you. That's the best I can say. For real.
Yeah, I like that answer. It makes you think, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, like, in terms of people themselves, like, people are human. Like, they have feelings and stuff like that. So I guess treat people the way you want to be treated. And sometimes we don't realize how we're treating other people until, like, you see how it affects them, So just be aware of, like, things you do and the things you say because words are powerful. A lot of people say that saying like sticks and stones can break my bones, words can never hurt me.
Yeah.
But words hurt. They do. And a lot of the time that's where a lot of people's hurt come from is something that's said to them, not something that's necessarily did. So just watch what you say. Make sure you're spreading love, and like if you mess up, try to fix it. Like don't let it go too far. Like make amends with people, and if you mess up, just know what you did was wrong. Acknowledge it, and know that you shouldn't do it again. Like don't do it again. Like don't keep doing it. So,
Yeah, like I would say one thing that I would say to anybody, like in general, no matter where you from,
yeah.
what your background's like,
Mm-hmm.
anything like that, I say, you know, take care of your mental.
Yes, definitely.
Your mental, because the mind is really powerful, man. That's why the saying "mind over matter" is a thing.
It
Like,
is. It is.
because there's going to be a bunch of opportunities that you have or don't have, or
Yeah.
you know, opportunities that you can get that you might mess up because
Yeah.
my mental is all wrong, or
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I can do it, which I'm still trying to get out of.
Yeah, and also it could mess up like relationships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In terms of like you may be too in your head about something, or you just do something and it's just like you don't know why you did it sometimes, and it's just like
dang, why did I have to say that? Like,
yeah, or why did I do that? Like why, you know?
like, dang, I mean, it's
And then you get in your head about it and you beat yourself up, and then it's just like now you're talking down on yourself, and it's just like we
Yeah.
gotta uplift ourselves and other people too. Like that's the best way you can live life. Like
and once you start talking down on yourself,
it's gonna it affects you so much, and a lot of people do it, and like
it makes you not want to do nothing
like
at
at
all.
all. Like that's where a lot of depression and stuff comes from. It's just that self talk, like that voice in your head is so powerful. People don't understand. I feel like another one would be try to understand that voice in your head. Know that a lot of the time, like stuff said in your head is made up. Like it's not real. And you can create your own reality in your mind. So if you're creating it in a negative way, or I can't do this, or if I do this, this negative thing would happen, then that's going to become your reality. So try to change that voice into always hearing something positive about yourself. Like, you know, like I got up this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's enough, you know?
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that is a good time to wrap this all up.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Shoot, I ain't gonna lie, you kind of hungry, but
Look.
yeah. But plug y'all Instagrams. If you know, what's your Instagram and all this other stuff. Where can people find you? You know.
My Instagram is that's underscore Mina .xx, and my TikTok is Mina Millington. So you know you can look me up on there. Yeah.
By the way, her real name is Mumina.
What? Hey, come on, bro. You don't give out government like that. That was
You can find me on PlayStation, Kangar Cam, Instagram, Kangar Cam, my Twitter, Kangar Cam. It's all the same stuff. Man. I don't change it. So yeah, just look up Kangar Cam or whatever. Except TikTok. I don't have TikTok. You'll find me. That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind you, I don't even have social media, so shoot, I can't plug nothing.
You got to make one now.
I'll make one by the next episode. All right, but
Dope.
I think that's it. First episode done. Let's get it.